Hey guys. Hopefully I did this right. I'm using that there StreamYard that little Cosmic Crow told me about. Make sure I'm getting comments and such. There we go. And I'm just going to double check real quick that I'm live with everybody. But if you're there, tell me hello so I can see you in the comments. All right, it's looking like I'm live. Yay. Good. So, hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hi, Sarah. How are you? How are you doing? I haven't heard from you in a little bit. Oh, here we go. Comments. Hi, Aiden. Hey, Caitlin. Of course, I go live when I quick leave to go pee. Well, go pee. I'm going to be here a little bit. I miss you too. Miss you too. How's everything in like your neck of the woods and stuff? In general, how's everybody? This is just kind of a live hello and chat and check in with people. I just want to see how everybody is today and talk a little bit, say hello. I'm trying to be more active on YouTube now. And this is also airing on Facebook too. It should be. I'm doing that there multiple stream today for the first time. So hopefully it's working there too. Be a good idea to go check that though, right? Hi, Thoths. Just on our way back from shops and got the notification. What'd you get at the shop? Hey, Yvonne. Yes, you caught a live. Good. I'm glad. Yay. I've been trying to do them at like just any time now. I used to kind of aim more to the evening, but man, not everybody can catch that. And also with like the pandemic and everything going on, not everybody is the same schedule even remotely anymore that they used to be. So everything's up in the air. So I go live when I go live. Hello. Hey, Wolfie. It's my fellow Wolfie sister. Hello. It's good to see you too. Gorgeous as always, I'm sure. Yes. So yeah, I didn't have a plan here. I'm going to go check really quick and make sure I am going live on the Face of Books or the Book of Faces. I think it's supposed to go on my main. Yep, looks like it. Cool. Yay. Hair dye as well as groceries. Been struggling to get a good quality purple. Are you looking for something that's like bright or something that's long lasting? Like what are your qualities there? Hey, Karina. Yes, long time no see. How is everybody doing today? How is like things in your neck of the woods? How are you doing with everything in terms of like being home a lot or working a lot? If you are people that are essential right now, how are you? How's your face? How's your mom and them? Isolating, yeah, for sure. Yeah, see you on live on Facebook as well. Thank you, Aiden. Aiden, if you're up to it, you're welcome to come join me on here if you'd like. Message me and I can send you the link. I think that's how that works. But that's up to you. No pressure. Wolf Raven Hand, as my spouse says, Insta Snap face space. But yeah, I mean, that covers a lot of them. We got to work out a TikTok in there too. Oh, there's pressure. There is no pressure. Okay, good. Working on a rough outline for a YouTube video for the first time in forever. Good. I'm glad. I'm definitely seeing with a lot more people being home, like people starting to come back to YouTube or like getting all these really cool ideas. Like it's even people that are usually doing content are really getting creative with their content because a lot of the things that maybe they've built that on their channel on, they're not able to do right now. So I'm really enjoying the creativity that I'm seeing. Yvonne, your space just makes me so happy. Aw, thank you. Yeah. My bits and bobs. Thinking of coming out of the woodwork now. Do it. Everybody come out of the woodwork. Yes. Do it. As Caitlin says, yes. No pressure though. Yeah. And you know what? I think that there is, like, it's always those first few videos, I think, that everybody like really freaks out about. But once you put them out there, like, it ends up being that you're not talking to strangers, you're talking to people that are like old friends. Like, a lot of you I've seen in this chat for years now. And so, like, I'm not talking to like YouTube, I'm talking to you guys. So it completely changes the setup. But you gotta get that first video out there to do that. And that's, I mean, obviously this is a live, but recorded is the same way too. Like, you're not staring at the camera, you're staring at them. Like, so yeah. Sweet. Okay. I will, how do I work this? So I do an invite thing, a majigger. Used to be Wiccan. Oh, okay. Wiccan Wisdom. Yeah. I remember that name. See, this is what I mean, though. And also, people change names, too. So sometimes I'm talking to people in the chat, and I'm like, oh, hey, you're new. And, like, they've been around for a long time. But hello. Okay. So I'm going to check this really quick. Aiden, I am messaging you with lots of typos on Instagram. So, yeah. Okay. So, oh, you've moved since we left. Where do you live now? Where did you used to live? Where do you live now? How'd that go? How long ago was it? See, Caitlin says, the first is always scary because pressure of how it should look. Yep, but you peeps, just dip your toe in and go with the flow. It'll come to you. And if you find it's not your thing, no big deal. Absolutely. Great advice. Yeah, like, I get the pressure. Oh, hi, Witchy Kitty. Yeah, I totally get the pressure. I think, that doesn't fully go away ever. Like, for me, it's kind of like I'm redoing it again because I kind of wasn't around for a little bit. Well, at least to you guys, I wasn't around. I've been consistently active on like Patreon and the podcast that I was doing and all of that. Like, I've been around. I just haven't been on here. So I'm a little rusty. But I'm trying to get back at it, get going, get better. Hello, everybody joining. Hey, Tar Apple. Hello. Have a great day. So glad I got to see you live. Yes, have a great day too. Thank you. Wait a minute. You've befriended a murder of crows and bring them peanuts? Yes. This pleases me. Quality things. Hi, Tracy. Hello, everybody. As I asked earlier, how is everyone? How are y'all doing? What's everybody doing? Like, if you are kind of stuck inside and stuff, what's everybody doing lately? Do you have any certain like crafts or anything like that you're working on right now? Yeah, I've had a 3-year break from YouTube, so now it's starting to go. Yeah, right? Like, it's a thing. Like, you get in the swing and then you don't use it for a little bit, like a muscle. And then you come back and you're like, oh, this feels a little awkward, but hi. It's in a string of narcissistic relationships. Oh, shit. Which completely drained me. And as an energy worker, it just left me zapped for years. Been through my shadow work and have come through the other side Good. I'm glad. That sounds like quite the journey. I'm glad that you're still here and still around and doing your thing and helping heal and holding space and whatnot. Like, that is no easy path, I'm sure. So fucking kudos to you. Wait a minute. I bought a 10-pound bag of peanuts just to watch the Jays and Crows fight. You're starting shit. The Crows are so unbothered. The vlogs on my Patreon, there are some where I'm like, I will befriend the crows. Like, I heard that they like peanuts. It's crow crack. I'm gonna use it. So I've been like sprinkling them pretty consistently to try and get them all to come to me. But instead, the squirrels are just like getting in on it. They're like, party over here. Hi, Shelmadine. Nice to see you. Yes. So yeah, this is just kind of a like, hey, everybody, how are you? What have you been working on? How's life? Okay. All right, Aiden, I am going to work on this real quick to get you in here. I reorganized my makeup and jewelry. Whew. That's a lot. Hi, Starflower. The crows are always around me. I like, they're always around. I know I hear them, but they're like, I don't know, man. And the squirrels, man, they're heavily fed. Deep cleaning the flat, but resetting up altar today. Awesome. Nick! Hi, Nick! Yes. Yeah, the altar cleaning stuff definitely, like, I've had it happen in phases. Like, I cleaned this one and rearranged this one a few weeks ago, and now I'm getting a pull to do the ones in the dining room, like the hearth altar space, the shared one, and clean that up soon. But yeah, doing spiritual work things I couldn't get to when I had my 9-to-5 job. Hell yeah. Well, I hear you're a very gifted reader, Shelmadine, so good. I'm sure the world needs it. Being dashing is always lovely. Thank you. Takes one to know one. Homeschooling kids. Whew. Props. I was a homeschooled kid. I don't know if you guys know that, but from about 5th grade on, I was homeschooled. Yes. All right. Let me get that email. But while I'm doing this, yeah, put in the chat what you guys have been working on, what's been going on in your life. Also, still wide open. Like, I did a live like last week. And then I did a video yesterday. If you guys haven't seen that yet, check that out. But not right now. And that's all about this statue right here that you guys often ask about. But yeah, so all right, got that. So I forget what I was going to say there. Train of thought. Hey, Noah. Hello. Noah, you're welcome on here too if you want. Let's have a party. It's up to you. No pressure. Again. Okay. Pardon my 80s loud keyboard. Okay. I think I did that right, Aiden. It should be in your inbox. Hey, Rebecca, you're also welcome on. Come on in. Let's have a party. let's see. So, there's writing. I'm back reading. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, not by choice homeschooling. No, I get that. I know. I just, like, my niece, who is 6 right now, is having video call, like, classroom situation. And, like, I feel for the teachers and the parents right now, because can you imagine the chaos of all of these kids, like, and they're probably holding the phone or the Kindle and they're like running around, like, that's got to be interesting. Like, class, like, academics, no matter what, like, probably did not prepare the teacher for this situation. Just paid some bills, figured out what I want to do. Yes. About to bleach my hair again. Ooh. Well, you got it pretty far last time, so you should be able to do it silver this time. Hello, Debbie. Hi from Wisconsin. How's the weather there? How is it? How's everything? Had to relocate my hearth altar. I had it in a little tray on my coffee table and my kitten kept, no bueno. Yeah. Paid some bills, figuring out what I want to do for today's Yes, Samantha, today's new moon ritual. Yeah, and happy new moon and happy Earth Day too, guys. Yeah, I have a new moon thing later. Hey, Aiden, are you ready? No? Well, get ready. All right.
Hey, guys.
Yay.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay.
So you guys that don't know, this is Lunar Ascension, Aiden, who I've been addressing in the chat the whole time. So thanks for coming on and chatting with me.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
okay. And it's really cool because, like, I wanted to say, like, you're one of the only witches on YouTube that's, explicitly says that you're a hedge witch. Like, you actually say, I do hedge witchcraft. I don't know of a lot of witches on YouTube that say that.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm just missing them, but
I don't know. Oh, have a great day, Shelmadine. Is it set so that you can see the chat too, Aiden?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
can see it. I just can't reply unless I'm on my phone, which I am, so we're good.
Yes. Okay, good. No, I was just saying about Earth Day, like, we're also gonna have it flip over to a Taurus moon. So, like, we're gonna have like a double Taurus situation,
which is
Earth
my
Day.
moon. So I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, yes, all the Earth. Yes. So that's exciting.
Well, I really like Taurus as a sign in general, because a lot of people say that Taurus is one of the most mellowed out signs of stability. I mean, Earth in general is stability, but like Taurus, a lot of people like Taurus energy.
Yeah. Well, and I think because everyone has like their negative like Capricorns, like, we get told we're boring, and I'm like, you don't know me.
I'm a Virgo, sun and rising, and so I get told that I'm way too analytical and I obsess over stuff, which is very true.
Well, you're detail oriented, so you're supposed to look at details. Yeah, like that's your function. Taurus, I think a lot of times they get a bad rap for being like materialistic, because they're very like they're touch oriented. They're very sensual in that way, and so like, I always tell people, I think that it's more so that that's how they connect with Earth. Like they are like the magpies in a sense, where, that's where they put their feelers out.
Yeah.
It's like building an energetic nest. Like, that's literally what they do. So yeah, I think they get kind of a bad rap for that. But I find that when they love with all of them. Like, if you get a Taurus on your side, like, you're gonna have to do some real rough stuff to get rid of that.
Cut all their hair off in their sleep or something.
Yes. I did not see in the chat if Noah or Rebecca would like to come on. Did you happen to see that, Aiden?
I did not, but if you guys want to join me, I mean,
Yeah.
it's Chris Ashburn, for crying out loud.
Come be with me.
Yeah, really.
I do have to go a little bit before 1. It's noon 30. So
Okay.
I can't stay too long.
Well, yeah.
But I figured I'd pop on and say hi, like chat with folks, and
for reals.
but yeah, but then I have to get going because I have a client.
Did you get a chance to listen to the podcast I sent you?
No, not yet.
Okay.
That's the one for what we're doing.
I don't know if I want to do that quite anymore, because I want to talk about spirit stuff with you, just because I think it'll be fun.
Spirit stuff is great. Yeah.
I'm
always down to talk about spirit stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rebecca says she's going to the store real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. If you make it back in time, just let me know. Taurus is hardworking, but super. Well, yeah, they're very stubborn. Absolutely. They're way of the highway vibes.
When I've made up my mind that you've hurt my feelings and I can justify it, oh God, run.
Yeah.
Just run.
Yeah. Nick,
have you ever seen the documentary on Amazon it's on Prime Video, and it's called Hellier? Have you seen that? I
keep hearing about it and being told that I should. So does that mean I should?
So good.
Okay.
Your jaw's gonna drop. Like, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always down for anything that's like spirit oriented and stuff like that. And like I've been discovering different shows like with the quarantine and stuff. Like I'm really going into the depths of the streaming apps.
Yeah. I don't know if you know. I'm sure you do, but I don't know. Donna Newkirk is also a hedge witch.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as like she started talking and I like saw the way she dressed, I was like, yes, all of that.
Yes. Yeah. I think for a long time I struggled with what to call myself.
Me too.
And then after a while I just kind of gave up on titles. So
Me too.
It's one of those things where it's like, if you think that's what I do, honey, okay. Sure.
Yeah,
that's
really.
What I do.
And I told Noah one day, I was like, look, I said, I know I'm going to change my name and like, I'll change my mind in like 9 months. I said, but right now I feel like I'm an eclectic hedge witch. He goes, perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think I defaulted to like hereditary witch, but it's definitely like shamanic practitioner, hedge witch.
Oh,
like it's very spirit heavy, very like journey work heavy.
Yeah.
Very much on that end.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I think I was just having this conversation the other day about how I think there's this assumption that witches have to kind of cover everything. You know what I mean? Like we have to just do it all.
That will never happen.
Like it's not a thing.
If you meet someone that says they do, I challenge them.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think though, like for instance, my mother was very much more of the green.
You grew up in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so here's the thing. I grew up half and half. Like my dad was Southern Baptist. Like people forget that.
God.
So like I'm not anti-Christian. I'm not like I don't get Christianity. Like I had
both sides.
Like
too.
Super grateful that I did,
grew up
right?
In
like
the Assemblies of God church. So
okay.
Yeah.
So you were a mixture too then. Yeah. So
it's really sad because I feel like when people talk about the spiritual gifts in Christianity, I'm just like, but you could do so much more.
I think though that's the thing, right? So my mother made sure, like she, the pagan, encouraged me to go to church because she was like, I want you to have the options and to have the perspective and the freedom to choose what you want and what feels right for you. And I think just doing that for someone, and I do that for my mentor, clients too, and all that, like just doing that is very freeing and it helps with that fear base, right? That you're talking about where like people think that, oh no, I can't do that, or this is my limit. And the thing is like, that's not in terms of like doing all the things, how I mean it. Like, I mean, yes, I want to be a spirit worker, but I also want to be like a green witch, but I also want to do tinctures, but I also want to do divination, but I also want to do like, and the thing is like everybody's sort of a hodgepodge, but like to be an expert in all of them, bruh,
Yeah. Well, then see, that's, that's where I started asking myself the questions like, what is the thing I like doing in the craft the most? And then I went
Yeah.
from there, which for
I like
me
that.
ended up being spirit communication
Yeah.
and like learning to harness their power to empower spells further.
Mhm.
Like, and it's really cool to think about all the different ways you can do it because it's unlimited. It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think once you start sort of questioning the walls, that's when you've got something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, wait a second.
Yeah. Rebecca says I'm a queen of many interests. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having many interests, right? Like,
oh, yeah.
Totally, like explore and expand always. But I think that there's definitely this pressure, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Your niches are always going to change on what you're studying because you're like, okay, I want to put this down, then I want to pick this up.
Absolutely.
Like when I was starting witchcraft, I was looking at like how witchcraft relates to tying into other religions. So I looked at Christian in witchcraft. I looked at Hinduism in witchcraft. I looked at Buddhism in witchcraft. And it got really interesting.
Did you have a Tao phase? Because I had a hardcore Tao phase.
I had more of a Buddhist phase. That's just me.
Yes. Kate says, I've been wondering if you claimed the title witch because I've never heard you refer to yourself that way in almost a year. I followed you. Oh yeah, totally. It's on my website. Like it's listed as witch. Yeah,
witch.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
I
may not get a lot more specific, but yeah.
And for me personally, I plan on in the future having my own Patreon to teach people like what I've learned in my personal practice and like in parts, not all of it, obviously, but in parts, like this is what I've learned outside of the basics. Like I will always like help people with the basics for free, but like showing people like specific stuff that I'm learning, I want to do that through Patreon just because I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But everybody has their boundaries. Everybody has their different way of doing things. For me personally, like the only thing that I haven't gotten into quite, like I haven't even really dipped my toe into is more the left-hand path stuff just because it scares me. But I think it's
but I think there's something to be said for that, right? Like to be aware of the fact that you have a fear there and acknowledge that openly and say like, no, this thing brings up fear in me, and to use that knowledge responsibly.
Yes.
To where like, nope, my fear paints how I would be receptive to this and also how my energy would interact with it. And so I need to be mindful of that. It doesn't mean you can never, but it does mean you do need to be mindful of it. I think that's something right there that a lot of people don't do. Like if you're scared of something or it weirds you out, acknowledge that. Work with that.
And I used to be afraid of mirrors, and it's really for a funny reason because my dad,
honey, you got the wrong.
My dad is a mirror walker. My dad is a natural mirror walker, and I was afraid of it because of that. And the more I looked into it, I was like, it's just a mirror. At the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Just another way. Absolutely. Let's see. If you grew up in the 90s, I think we all had a Buddhism phase.
Yes. I was a 90s kid for sure. Yeah.
Jack of all trades, master of none, Gemini problems.
Anyone not seeing chat live? I'm seeing
it. Not seeing chat live. Let's see. That's coming from Facebook. So let me check Facebook real quick. Maybe it's being wonky. I have music in my ears.
I've been doing a lot of, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it, but I've been doing a lot of Witches React videos. Freaking love it because I have my friends get scared. They're like, oh, it's so scary. And I'm just like, man, I see this every night. Like,
I remember what was the movie? It was about the people that had the haunted house, and it was shot like a documentary, like cameras just in the house set up like their security cameras. Paranormal Activity, I think it's called Paranormal Activity. So when that came on, my friends were losing their mind. And I was like, y'all didn't grow up in my house.
Same. Yeah. See,
clearly.
My mom didn't know how to deal with me because my mom is very Christian. And I've told the story a few times, but my mom is very Christian. And when I was a little kid, like I was on my favorite story is when I was on the floor playing with a toy. I think I was like 6, and I was seemingly talking to somebody. And my mom goes, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "Great grandma." At that point, she passed away when I was like 1, or before I even turned 1. And she's like, "No, great grandma's gone." And so she started asking me questions. Okay, well, what does she look like? And I was like, "Oh, she looks like XYZ." And she was like, got a little sheepish, like freaked out. And then and then I said, "By the way, she also told me to tell you this." And she was
all
like,
that
okay.
extra just to drive it home every time.
Out. Yeah.
Like, "Oh, and by the way, this. Bye."
Yeah.
All right. I let people on Facebook that are watching, if you are watching us right now, because I think it had some wonky stuff, we are live on YouTube, and I did put the link in the chat under that video. So, come say hi on YouTube, please. If you can.
Love and respect, man. It's all about love and respect at the end of the day. As long as you're giving love and respect out when you're going to spirit communication, you'll be fine. Yes. Especially if you know how to protect yourself well and you have your guides, you're good.
Yeah. Well, I think there, like, not to be a simplistic white lighter, but I do think that there is something very important about resonating from a space of love.
Oh, when you're emotional balance for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the whole emotional balance, mental balance, like that clarity that you're talking about, like knowing if you're walking into something with this fear right now, like probably not a good time to do that. Okay.
I'm gonna ask the projector right now. Like, let's go.
Oh, hi, Angie. Thanks for coming over from Facebook. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why. It was just like something went wrong. And I'm like, you went wrong. That's what.
Unless I'm doing collabs now, I think I'm going to start using Streamlabs OBS. It is so difficult to figure out.
Oh my God, there's so many pieces.
Monitor. There's a lot of pieces to it. But I got a second monitor specifically to use it because I'm so tired. I got tired of the duck in the corner.
Well, this is a moth. It's a moth now.
And I'm not paying $25 a month to get that duck gone.
I'm going to pay it.
She'll pay it.
I hate that duck.
Rebecca always made fun of me because she goes, "It's a cute duck." I'm like, "It has a $sign in its eye."
It's not even a good duck.
It's not even a good duck.
FB is very fussy. Yes, I agree. Facebook is like, even when you're streaming when you're streaming directly from Facebook, it does, like, it'll just cut you off after a while, and you have to restart, and you're like, part 2, sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Courtney, thanks for coming over. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, thank you guys for coming over here. Making the long journey.
Chris got worried because I made a private playlist, and I started adding all her protection videos to a playlist, and I think she was like, "Are you okay?"
No, I didn't even see that.
I did that. Yeah, I did that.
First of all, I didn't even see that.
I did that early this morning.
I messaged you today, and I just, like, you've been on my mind for the last day or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I should message him.
It's
so I had some free time this morning, and I messaged, and they kept just check how he is. Check how he is. And I'm like, all right, how you doing?
I told you, and you're like, okay, well.
FB will cut a witch. It will.
Yes. Facebook does not like spiritual profiles. I've come to find out.
Yeah. It hides them a lot. It buries. Yeah.
And then you have to pay for freaking advertisements.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And the feeds are very flooded right now because of everyone. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people being home at the moment. And
well, your opinion, like, do you think that like putting paranormal stuff along with like the witch stuff, do you think that that's too much of a blended niche, or do you think I can do that?
Man, what the hell is a blended niche? Like, here's the thing. I have opinions, Aiden.
That's good.
So one thing that I promised myself when I came back which is why you're getting a
You're
lot
gonna
more
have
of this
fun.
kind of thing, is like,
Mhm.
I am who I am, y'all. Like, and I have different interests, and those are also part of me and how I view from a pagan lens the world. So like I
Mhm.
could be playing a video game and I'm looking at it through a pagan lens because that's how
Mhm.
I view the world.
Yeah.
So there is still something to be shared from that. And I
Oh,
think
hell yeah.
we do ourselves a freaking disservice on here and on many platforms in social media where we think we have to be that witch.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, but we can't be anything else. And like, I
Mhm.
understand wanting to save certain things for just you and not the public. That's a
Oh,
whole
I
different
mean,
matter.
right.
But like, people watch for the person, they care about the person.
I wish I had a cowbell right now. I'd be.
You know,
Yeah.
like they watch for the person. And
Mhm.
so like if they feel like they connect with that person and that person is spitting truth from like the perception of their own truth, like they're going to hang around and they're going to stick up, you know, they might watch some videos a little more than the others, but like they're going to watch those videos. I mean, that's what I do as a viewer. You know, if I like
Yeah.
someone, I like them. It doesn't matter how many subscribers they do or don't have, how neat their background is. Like, I just talked about something today, like how, you know, whether they cuss or they don't cuss, or like they always have makeup or they don't, or how old they are or young they are, or like,
Mhm.
to me, it's the content. Like, are you showing up as who you are?
Right.
Are you excited to be here? Like, are you happy? Like, and I don't mean like you have to be happy 100%. I mean, are you happy doing this? You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, are you happy doing this
Mhm.
as that? Or are you forcing yourself to do this?
Right. Mhm. And
I
that's
just,
why I was like,
I think
paranormal
share
stuff,
it
let's
all.
go.
Yeah, if it's something you love, share it all. I mean, I've been watching. You did one with a tarot reader, lovely woman, the other
I
day,
love
and
her,
I
yeah.
watched some of that. Like, I haven't gotten to do it all. Sometimes I have to go in like instances.
Understandable. It was an hour and a half
Which,
long.
thank you, YouTube, for like saving the part that I stopped watching so that I can go back and just pick up where I left off because I would not remember. But like, you know, I love that that's an option now. But you know, I love doing like stuff like that because the truth is that we as, you know, pagan, witchy, spiritual community, whatever you want to call it, like we have other
Mhm.
interests. We're human beings.
Mhm.
We are not sitting in a brick and mortar shop 24/7 doling out readings in front
Yeah.
of a fortune sign. Like that's not our life.
Like,
So
do I
it may
look
be
like a
some of
coin
our
machine to
life.
you? Yeah.
Right. It may be some of our life, but it's not the entirety of it.
Right.
So
Mhm.
I think we do a disservice there. So
Right.
no, I think if you love paranormal videos and you love spirit work and you love freaking cooking, I don't care, but like whatever you want to do, it's your channel. Do it because people are watching for you.
I almost had a smart ass comment, but then I stopped myself.
What you cooking? No.
I was just like, what about pole dancing? Like, is that an option? Like teaching other people how to pole dance? Is that an option?
Right. Yeah. Now it's so vivid. No, you must only witch, no other hobbies.
No
Well,
other.
pole dancing could be
A witchy thing. That's
very much a
true.
witchy thing.
Oh hell
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
very like Freya-esque in my opinion.
Oh yeah. Freya, Lilith, all of it. Yes,
Oh yeah.
absolutely. It's with a science degree.
Little
I
cosmic
love
girl
this.
got me into fairies and Freya now, and then I got her into a little bit of spirit work, and so we kind of like swapped like witchy
See, but
stuff.
that's another example of that, right? Like
Mhm.
you're sharing from your perspective on the things that you like, and that's how we grow as a community
Oh
too.
hell
Like
yeah.
I
Mhm.
grew up with the drummings and the gatherings every month where, you know, everyone would come in and my mother wasn't like, while it was in her home a lot of times, it wasn't always, she wasn't the leader of it, she wasn't always the speaker.
Yeah.
There were other people that got to share something that was their passion. We had people that worked with plant devas and you know, things like that, and like Reiki practitioners and like all kinds of people that would come in and they shared things, and then it was because of that knowledge, it became better for the group or for the village as a whole, if you will. And I
Mhm.
think that that's what we're doing here, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why, like, no, share that, do all of these
Yeah.
other things, because in doing that, one, you're having fun and celebrating you, but you're
Mhm.
also allowing other people to be them. Like you're like
Mhm.
not allowing, but you know what I mean? Like you're encouraging it. Like they're seeing this model set out and the power of the platform and the power of like coming together in like a space, like a gathering. and saying like, no, you know what? Yes, I have this thing that I really love, but that's really interesting too. Let's learn.
Well, bravery demands vulnerability.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I completely get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am learning Reiki. Oh yeah, Rebecca signed up for a Reiki class.
See, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that we should share these kind of things. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it shouldn't just be within the pagan world, because that
get this,
that affects all of it for us.
Cool idea that I had for like later on my channel.
Yes,
I want to start doing horror makeup for fun.
I'm so there for that.
Yeah.
Like I make prosthetics from scratch and stuff. Like people probably don't know that, but yeah, I do. I wanted to be a professional makeup artist,
dude,
for a long time. Yeah.
So we have a lot in common.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, no, but that's totally, do it.
Yeah.
And the chances are, like, there are people out there that have all of these interests too. And they're looking for a channel, you know, where
that'll
it's like
it.
Nowadays, and this isn't meant in an egotistical way, because look, I wipe my ass just like you.
Yeah.
Just like anyone else. Right. So, but there is an element of the advantage of social media today, and there's a disadvantage too, but the advantage of it is that we get to be the magazine that we had growing up. So we get to set that standard.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Just by being us. That's powerful.
30 in September. Oh, okay. Yay.
You are fine.
You'll be fine. I can get your cigar out.
Yeah, just get ready for that return. You'll be fine. Excuse me, I want to see some of these prosthetics. I have let's see, I think one for, I was at a Mushroom Head concert. I like a lot of metal and things, guys. I listen to anything, period. But I was at a Mushroom Head concert, and they had a Halloween show. And so, and it was their hometown. So I did like a whole prosthetic of like my face, like from here to here, ripped off and peeled back. And then like the part of my nose peeled back, and like chiseled in the teeth and the like the skeletal or the muscle structure, and shaded it and everything, and went to the thing. And I had a Walmart shirt that said, "Zombies love brains, even little ones like yours." And it was like a little ruler. And I wore that to it, and I like got stopped pretty consistently and asked if like people could take a picture. And I was like, fuck yeah, you can. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am so there when you start doing that. Absolutely. Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah.
Yes. Primarily science first, as you say, but spirituality where science can explain. I think also that's interesting, because people tend to divide them, but they actually work very hand in hand, in my opinion. I think that
it's because
they're very connected.
Ethics. It's because of ethics.
Yeah.
I would say political stuff and ethics for sure is behind like the bounds of what people are willing to research when it comes to science and magic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Also, I don't advocate like people telling people that their brains are small. I'm just saying, but it was a funny shirt, and it was perfect because I was going to be a zombie, and I'm like, well, side note. Yeah, definitely interconnected. Yes.
Have you done a lot of research into alchemy, just out of curiosity?
Alchemy, for a while I was talking a lot about alchemy with Joey on the podcast that we did. Yeah, a lot of it, like very much around the whole like prima materia, like breaking things down to their base element on that end of it. Yeah. There's a lot, and that's another thing that like it's a really good spot where those two merge, right? Like, absolutely. Yeah. Hi, Mary. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Me just sitting here eating a Pop-Tart, asking her a billion questions.
No, that's totally fine. Actually, here's something. I had an idea, and I'm going to pop this out to you and the chat, guys. I would love to hear your approach on this. I've been thinking of doing either like something like this, or like I guess an audio form, like a podcast where you could call in or something, but something to where people could just ask me a question. Like, just because a lot of times there are a lot of questions and I can't always like adequately type all of it out. So doing something like this,
I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do it is through Twitter, and what they do is say at me and tweet me like your question, and then you do a video and respond to the question.
Yeah. Okay. Could do something like that. Yeah, totally. Because like I know not everybody would be comfortable with getting on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that was one element of that I was worried about. But yeah, like if what do you guys think? So Discord, I already have a Discord on my Patreon. So that's like $1 and you get like access. You can ask Caitlin in here. I'm on there like 24/7. Like I'll be working and also chatting. The other day I sat on the middle of my floor and sorted a bunch of notes while I was on stream with them. But yes.
I know a lot of witches don't like Twitter just because it's the cesspool of humanity.
Oh, gotta go soon. Okay. I don't mind Twitter. I'm not as active on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind it. I think I enjoy like the quotes and things like that. Like I follow a lot of stuff that has like the daily quotes, and I like connecting with people that I know on there and that kind of thing. So I can see the advantage of it. I can also see how it turns into like a troll fest sometimes. So that's a thing for sure. Let's see. Sounds great. Or Instagram. Yeah, Instagram might work too. I'm also on TikTok a lot now too. So that might be a thing too. So if you guys out there have TikTok, right there. There should be a link actually underneath the video on YouTube.
I begrudgingly got TikTok because I feel so old getting it. The reason I say that
there are so many people though that are like
people on it.
Yeah, like their age range is shifting. And think about this, like I was listening to something the other day. Facebook started as college kids.
Oh, that's true.
It is not college kids now.
No.
YouTube started from a pretty young audience too. And now it's basically everyone, and everyone has their niche. Twitch started as just like young gamers. That's not what Twitch is anymore.
No.
Like there's welding classes on there. So like just because TikTok started from sort of the line of Musically and all of that stuff and like younger generation, like it's expanding. There's a lot of older people on there now. TikTok, it's TikTok. Yes, and you guys can find me on there as Helkapa Chris, which again is underneath if you just want the link, because that's a pain in the ass to spell. But yeah, okay. So, did I say what I was going to say? Did I finish my thought?
For me? Oh.
Yeah.
Favorite color is blue.
Well, you're wearing it, so that's good. I think I would love to know what probably the most powerful moment for you was in your spiritual. Man. Yeah, if you're willing to share it, of course. And if not, then the secondary that you're willing to share.
I'm willing to share it because I think it's important.
Yeah.
I think every witch at a point in time has a definitive moment where they're like, this is for me. I know this is my path. And for me, I strayed away for a little while after the experience, but I always go back to that as a touchstone of meeting Artemis and how that felt and the beautiful vision I had. And it was really probably more astral projection, but actually meeting her and talking to her and her saying, you know, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
That experience.
And something as simple as that sentence, right? Like that feeling can be overwhelming, I'm sure, like in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really weird, but it was it was awesome. It was just, it felt like, and this is going to sound very nerdy and off the wall, but I'm going to say it. It kind of felt like an alien abduction.
Right.
In the sense that I was no longer in my body. I was somewhere else. And I felt like I was taken away from my consciousness, and my consciousness was put somewhere else so that I could talk to an astral being that I cannot comprehend.
No, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of times when we are having such a close connection with like gods and spirits in general, especially if they're particularly potent ones, there is this sort of almost drowning, leaving body, like shaking until we explode, but in a good way kind of feeling, where there is that sort of returning home at the same time yearning feeling that happens. Like, and that for me, I got that with ancestors. Like, in like my 20s, I was at a sacred fire that a native elder was keeping, and I saw like all of these ancestors walk out from the tree line, like all at once. And then I realized like they weren't just mine, but like they were, because how connected everything is. And I had a very similar like out of body but still me thing.
Right. That's
where
how
it was just like
me.
I'm returning home, but I'm so absolutely connected, and so like there's a yearning in my soul, you know, that I've like had this whole time, and now I realize why.
Because a part of that vision that I had was she was speaking to me, and it was about, you are a hunter of many hunters.
Yes.
And I just chills even saying that, and like seeing all these other people pop up with bow and arrows and like spears and like that warrior vibe. I'm like, I'm a fucking badass.
Potent. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for the questions in the chat. I will go back and look at them later. I do need to get going because I have to set up for a client immediately. So I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here. Aiden, thanks for being on and chatting with me.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. Happy Earth Day. Happy new moon.
See ya.
Have a wonderful day. Bye. Love your face.